Hi! Welcome to another Q&A Thursday with me, Bettina of Active Hands Yoga. And I'm so excited for today because I'm going to answer a question that's very near and dear to my heart. And it's actually partly why I started teaching yoga. And so today's question comes from a friend of mine. She knows that about 2 years ago, for 2 months, I had very, very painful inflammation of the tendon sheath of my hands. So right about here was where anytime I moved them, both of them, would be intense pain, and it would go up my arm, all over my fingers, and it was painful. And a lot of people who do repetitive motions get this. You may have heard of it. It's called carpal tunnel syndrome. What I had is technically, I'm not sure if I'm going to be pronouncing it right, tendonitis. I've only heard it said in German because I live now in Germany. But it's something that I think a lot of people get because they do repetitive stress. You know, you also have tennis elbow and things like that. And so my friend knows that I had this, and she doesn't have any symptoms of it, but she's terribly afraid that she's going to get it because she works in front of the computer all the time editing. And I have to say, one, don't worry, don't let the fact that I got something make you worry that you'll get something just because you work a lot of computers. But I do have to say that, you know, even if you don't feel any physical symptoms, but the fact that maybe you're a little anxious or worried about it, maybe that's a sign that you know that you're stressing your body out, your hands out, your arms in some way. And so I think this is important for people to hear, even if you don't have this worry. And even if you don't work in front of a computer for 8, 9, 10 hours a day. I want to talk about the mindset of working, whatever that may be. When I worked, well, I still do work, but back with this worker bee mindset, I'll call it. I had this worker bee mindset, and when I went into work, I just turned my brain on. I wanted to get as much done as possible, be really productive and efficient. And part of the efficiency and productivity was to let my brain be the boss of my body. So if I had stayed up late until, 2 a.m., the night before, out late with friends, and I was really tired the day after, and I would not accept that I was tired. I would drink, 2 or 3 cups of coffee, maybe drink some more in the afternoon, because I didn't let my body be tired. I didn't want to compromise my productivity because I didn't want to pay for the fact that I didn't sleep enough. And I would try to control my body by drinking coffee to stay awake. Another way that I also controlled my body with my mind's need to be productive is that, this is a little embarrassing, is that if I had to go to the bathroom, I wouldn't go right away as soon as my body told me, hey, go to the bathroom. I would say, oh, I'm just going to finish this project or this part before I go. And maybe it would just take 5 minutes, which is not a big deal. But we've all had times when, that was stretched to 15, 20, 30 minutes. And I think if you do something like that once or twice, it's not a big deal. But, if you start doing that a lot, that's a stress for the body. And it's also a way of telling the body that you're not going to listen to its signals. Or the brain is not going to listen to the body's signals. And, so all I'm saying is, when you go to work, don't turn your yoga brain off. You know, and what I mean by yoga brain is when I go to a yoga class or when I practice at home, I'm so aware of every little muscle in my body. I'm so aware of how I'm breathing, what my body's telling me. And don't leave that on the mat. Don't leave that in the yoga room. Take it with you into work. Take it with you everywhere if you can. And pay attention to what your body is telling you. And be aware of, you know, if you're tired, maybe just let yourself be tired. You know, maybe, so what if you're not so productive that day? You partied late last night. You know, go to the bathroom exactly when you have to. And my third tip for you to change your worker bee brain into more of a yoga brain is to notice how you're sitting at work. You know, you can start sit up tall, and then if you're still sitting there 3-4 hours later, you're going to be sinking in like this, you know. Your heart goes in, your shoulders come forward, maybe even high up, hunched. And that's also a sign from the body that maybe it's not good for you to be sitting for 3-4 hours without getting up. So become aware of that and just take a walk for 5 minutes around the office, you know, or wherever you're working. Go outside, get some fresh air for 10 minutes. So to sum it up, you know, when you go into work, don't leave the yoga at home. Bring your yoga into your work, and then you don't have to worry about repetitive stress injury, because before you even get there, you'll be aware when your hands are tired. And if you're getting up every hour because your body is uncomfortable from sitting in a chair, then you'll automatically be also giving all parts of your body a break, including your eyes, which also are strained. So yeah, so that's my answer to my friend, and also for everybody else who is worried about repetitive stress injury or just about health in general. Take that body awareness that you earn really on the yoga mat. Take that with you everywhere and let it, you know, let your body talk to you. I've developed, you know, fluency in body language with myself through yoga. And what I mean by that is I can speak to my body and I can listen to it, I can understand what it's saying now. Whereas before, you know, it's like, oh, where is my right hip? Where is my right hamstring? And through yoga, I've developed awareness of what's, you know, a good stretch, what's too much, where different body parts are, and let that body fluency, the fluency of being in the body's language, serve you at work when you're mostly in your mind. So I hope that was helpful for you.